What's going on? This is David Shands. I work for ECAM. Okay, we're here now at Podcast Movement, and I have an incredible entrepreneur, philanthropist, because he's helping a lot of people with what he does, and he helps people write books. And I think it's very, very important. My career actually went to the next level when I started, when I wrote my first book, and people started looking at me like, "Yo, you have a book? You're an author?" It helped me pick up chicks in the club too. You know what I mean? I got a book. I'm an author.
That's
So,
quite a motivation, by the way. I think I started my
Mark,
career that way in the 80s,
what's
doing music.
doing music?
Yeah, I had a record label because I'm from Chicago, so I was a house nation, house music pioneer in the
Mm,
80s. So
in
that,
the 80s.
yeah.
You transitioned to what? After music.
After music, well, I had a DJ business and a company for a long time doing corporate events for folks like Nintendo and Under
Oh,
Armour, a
wow.
lot of corporate events
Oh, wow.
and social events too. So then from that, I fell in love with the marketing of businesses. So I got deep into marketing.
Got it. So I guess you get tired of DJing and then,
I wouldn't
or
say tired of it.
not tired
Just
of it,
tired
but
of loading through kitchens.
what? Oh, and back then you had to actually take the crates.
Yeah,
Right?
and those are heavy. You ever carry vinyl upstairs?
Listen, that was my ticket into the club. So my friends were DJs. And for me to get in the club with them, I just carried the crates. So I understand that
We
life.
got to the top stair of a party, and I heard, and then my buddy comes up to the top. He's like, "Where do you want these headphones?"
Man, so how do we fast forward get into becoming not only an author, but the author's author?
Here's what's crazy. You know what inspired this is back in the days, back in the 80s, if you wanted to pick up the girls,
Mhm.
you wanted to get the gigs at the clubs,
Yeah.
you had a dance record. So I used to press up vinyl, and my records were getting played and rocked by all the Hot Mix 5 guys and all the radio guys.
Wow.
Okay? That was my ticket in. In business, a book is nothing more than your record.
100%. That's a fact.
So that's all I did was transfer the authority from vinyl to books.
And when did we start this book process?
I started doing books for other folks in 2008.
Oh, wow.
So we've helped over 800 authors now. We're still small, about 60 a year.
It's not small.
Well,
You've helped 60 people become authors
well,
a year?
there are some companies doing a heck of a lot more than that, but we like to keep it small and give that personal attention.
But that's incredible, man. So, okay, I have a story, but I don't feel like the daunting part of writing a whole book, bro. What am I going to write about? Like, I'm confused.
My biggest tip is I always say you have to really start with the end in mind. And that's what most people lack. They're like, I'm going to do a book. What for? What do you want to do a book for? What do you want to achieve with that book? Because once you figure out that GPS coordinate, the step-by-step makes it much easier. Because you got to know what's the purpose of the book to know what you're going to write about.
Yeah, I feel that. So that still doesn't help me. I'm confused. I got a bunch of stuff I can write about.
Mhm.
Help me.
I would ask
This
you,
is a
okay,
coaching session, okay? It's not
Yeah,
me
abs-
interviewing you.
then-
This is you coaching
Then
me.
I would ask you, what do you want to achieve? If you could wave a magic wand and you had your book today, what do you want it to do for you?
I want to be a thought leader. I want
Mhm.
people to know me for my thoughts. Now, I haven't accomplished much in my life, but I have really good ideas. People come to me for advice. What should I do?
Gotcha. Well, you haven't accomplished much yet, but
Okay.
so the story is yet being written. But you do know more than the people behind you that you serve. So what I want you to do, and that's why I always tell people, you don't have
Hold
to
on, break that down. Break that down for me.
Yeah. People think that they need to like somehow earn the right to author a book or spend years in the trenches to, get scarred up to be able to write a book. But I say no.
Mm,
You already, if you took a class, if you were certified, if you were taught and you are great at what you do and you know how you can serve people, you should start serving those people first with your knowledge
mhm.
and teach people.
I love it.
Because, hey, Microsoft, what are we at? Windows 12 now or whatever the heck it is. They had to start with a 1.0. That's what I want you to do is just get your 1.0 out there.
Wow. Okay. That makes it a bit clearer. So, what do you think? Can you help me come up with a topic to write about?
Of course, help me out here. What do you help? Who do you help, first of all? And what do you help them with?
Man, my friends really go through a lot of relationship issues, and They always come to me for advice because I understand it, and I've been through a bunch of relationships myself, and finally I'm in one that that is promising right now. But people always come to me for relationship advice.
Got it. So, relationship advice, relationship coaching. Let me ask you this: what do you want to do with that reader? If your ideal reader are beyond your friends, how do you make that bigger? Who are they? We have to identify that. Who do you think you
Mm.
would want to serve?
I think I want to serve people who are confused at where they are in life as it pertains to their relationship and get them out of their head. So maybe, one of my friends wants to get married, but the person that they're with, they're not 100% sure and they don't know whether I should just leave what I have or go find something else. But I would give I would probably zoom out and try to identify what exactly are the pros and cons of each. And this is kind of how I coach my friends. Like, what are the pros? Do the pros outweigh the cons? Will the cons ever change? Do you think? And what are the options of going outside of who I'm with? So,
Gotcha. So I like how you said zoom out to determine who it is, but how specific can we get? Like what
mm,
how specific can that audience be? Because to make your book attractive, like really magnetic, it's got to speak to somebody so they look at the title of it and say, "Wow, that's for me." Are they a
oh,
certain are they in a certain career? Are they single for a reason? Are they, divorced? Who is it that you help
mm.
specifically?
People who are single. Okay, I got this. Okay, forget the
Mhm.
relationships. People that are single but they can't figure out why.
People who are single, so somehow they struggle in relationships,
Yes.
maybe because they don't teach that in school,
Right.
right? So they're just figuring it out the hard way. So are these men or women specifically?
Ooh, men.
Men. Got
Men
it.
who are single but can't figure out why they're single.
And what do you think is lacking for these folks? Is it lack of self-confidence? Like, we got to go into the psychographics of who it is, because if you want to build, so I'm guessing you want to build an audience around these folks. Is that
Yes.
right?
Yep.
And at the end of the day, do you want to, if you could wave a magic wand, do you want to offer one-on-one coaching for them, consulting? What is it at the end of the day that's the big ticket that they're going to pay you for?
Man, I would love to create a community of people community of men that can discuss their feelings and be transparent and real with no women around. So a community, probably.
Gotcha. So when we think about the psychographics of that audience, and you have to think, you know, when you want to attract them, what is it that they want to be? What is their aspirational character? Because see, we may not call them out on their flaws because they're not going to be quick to identify
Yeah.
themselves. But what is it? Is there something they want to aspire to be? A
They want to be
warrior.
married. They want to
They
be
want to be
married
married.
in the head of their household, just how they envisioned it when they were young.
So you see all of these things that we're talking about that informs what the book can be
This
about,
is good.
and it can inform the title of it that's going to attract that audience.
That's so dope because
There's
you took
more
me,
work, of course,
yeah.
but this is just like the high
But
level thought of
in,
it.
I don't know, in 8 minutes, you took me from confusion to at least having a path. Because now I can say, all right, well, what are um, if I'm talking to this audience, what are they struggling with and what do they need? So I can identify in the book what they're struggling with and give the answers and all the needs. So now I can become all in 8 minutes. It took me from confused to okay, I have an I can actually put one of these together because I know it needs to go in it. That's strong.
You're getting there. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And the outline is the very next step,
Yeah.
because that's where you out, because at the end of the day, when you create an outline, which becomes your table of contents, that's at the end of the day, that's is a disguised sales letter. It's a
Mm.
collection of subheads or
Go
headlines.
deeper on that. Go deeper on that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when you go on Amazon and you want to click the look inside this book to
Hmm.
see if you're even interested in it, they're only going to show you the first like 10% of the book,
Yeah.
right? So that's going to be your table of contents and your introduction. That's why those have to be just on point.
Mm.
So what are the fascinations you're going to create in that table of contents that keep people looking at it saying, I want to read that, I want to know that.
Yeah.
And that's why another tip I give out to my clients is you want to have more clarity over cleverness. So you want your titles and
Mm.
your subtitles, your chapter titles to be clear, not just clever.
I like that. Man, Mark, you're incredible. You're incredible.
Oh, shucks.
I mean, this conversation, there's probably a lot of people that are listening to it saying, "Yo, I now it's attainable for me to have a podcast, or not. I mean, this is attainable for me to write a book. I understand. I'm not as confused, and I think once people they're not as confused, they can actually make a step forward. So tell everybody how they can connect with you, so they can have this same one-on-one with you or somebody with your team to untie those knots.
Absolutely. I offer a complimentary book-storming session. And
I
that's
like that.
where we'll hop on Zoom. We'll spend 15, 20 minutes, whatever it takes. I'm going to learn a little bit more about your work and see if and how the right book strategy could work for you. And that's at booksgrowbusiness.com.
There we have it, man. Thank you so much. This episode is sponsored by Ecamm Studios. We're here at Podcast Movement. I'm excited to connect further with you, man. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Appreciate
Thanks for
it.
having me.